maybe we gotta start here. Huh? The hell is that? Looks like a light floating in midair. Whoa, it's coming closer. Is this another one of the 7 mysteries? It looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe? Was there anything like that in the 7 mysteries? Touch it. Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? We did it! We got another one! Okay. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. Okay, so now that we know that that thing is not bad, that thing is the beckoning light. And if you guys do not remember, the beckoning light is badass. Because it basically uses a curse against its bearer. The tea! Spill the tea! When the body, soul, and mind of Simon Tsukimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. Oh my god, I've got goosebumps, guys! I've been waiting for this moment! Because I was like, there's no way this is the end. There's no way. But we found out from our last playthrough that Shogo Oki actually has spirit sense. They have powers. My. Finally, you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light, though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions about what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Simon Tsukimikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Simon Tsukimikado? Okay, guys, I need your help. I need your help. Okay, so I know this one. This one is the beckoning light. The beckoning light is Simon. I know that. Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Simon wandered about near Honji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Choizawa, but when called forth by Simon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Simon Tsukimikado? Who was his body, his descendant who carried his blood in their veins? Oh my god. Is it Shogo? Is it Shogo? Shogo is the descendant! Correct again. Although Shogo Oki was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was alone. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Ashino was bad, though. Simon and Ashino fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now, for my final question. Who is the mind of Simon Tsukimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to this. Is it me? Am I the mind? Because I'm the one that's playing the game. Oh man. I don't remember what I put my name as. Hold on. Hold on. I write myself. Okay. Nope, that's not it, Sammy. The answer to this is most important, so please answer me once more. Who is the mind of Simon Tsukimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to this. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what my name was. I gotta go back to my first video. Okay, yes. I used my normal name. Oh my god. I'm so anxious. Okay. Oh, you see, you believe it to be Iris Vein. Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Oh my god. I've got goosebumps. Are you certain? Yes! You are correct! Finally, you have remembered. That's right, you are. Simon's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel. I knew it. And manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. Yes, that's how we managed to break the game all the time, guys. Like, that's what was happening. That's why we were like, oh, I'm just gonna mute the audio. And then, boom, foot washing mansion can't do shit. Oh my god. I had goosebumps all over me, head to toe. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Simon's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. Ah, but due to your influence on Shogo Oki's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe that it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Oki willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Oki had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogo Oki would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayucho Zawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Following graduation, Following graduation, Yoko worked a desk job at a trading company, but butted heads with her supervisor, who was skeptical of the supernatural, and quit within a year. Now, while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. As she vowed to live life true to herself and never change for the sake of others, Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Ogopogo, who has been by her side since she was a student. In truth, Yoko is a descendant of Onmyoji who continue to practice in modern times. Her ancestor, Ashino, attempted to steal the rite of resurrection in Honjo during the Edo period. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots, and was disappointed to find her bloodline had fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with the ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers, and devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed and perform the rite of resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual and curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curses of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and to gather a large number of soul dregs by calling forth the curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale feast of shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. Since the effects of the curses increased the more people know and fear them, she first entrusted the Record of Fates to local historian Hideki Arayashi. It could be used to easily spread the rumors. She also contacted Fumichika Najima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic arts, to obtain the curse stones needed to gather soul dregs. Unsurprisingly, Najima was very interested in the story of Ashino and readily agreed to aid his revival. While carrying out these steps, Yuko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plans. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Ariashi, intending to acquire it before it could pose an issue. Through her investigations, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of Simon and threatened him with a curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. Oh, dang it, I wasn't done. To scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll, while Hajime bravely resisted Yoko's threat, she killed him with the curse to ensure Simon's descendant would not stand in her way. As her preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse stone of the Whispering Canal in order to become a curse bearer, a necessity for gathering the curse stones for the Feast of Shadows. Shogooki, also a descendant of Simon, was eyed as a potential risk factor and contacted to ensure he would be located nearby and subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of Simon would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Simon. Shuichi Shigema. I already read this, I think. Oh my gosh. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you know now, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? Oh my god, I don't know. What would I do? I don't know. Destroy it? I think I would. Oh, I see. That was Simon's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you, truly, for all the work you have done. Goosebumps! Shogooki at 1 a.m. No. That's what happened? I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Onmyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing all of those things. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances.
With the new U.S. Bank Smartly Visa signature card.
What was that? What is that? Sorry guys, there was like an ad or something on my email that I had open. No point in thinking like that now. Yeah. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow Mule or 2 or 3. Haru Shigima. Ma'am, what is it? Just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the right of resurrection. Just a dream. I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's evaded our reach until now, an eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Whoa, 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 what the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? Sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What the hell? Boss, look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it, and a bunch of weird symbols, and a hole where his heart should be. No. Do you think, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it. Is this Nakagoshi's case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm going to make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. I'm so glad Tetsuko is alive. Yako Sakazaki. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there never really was such a thing as the right of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. But now my contract won't be... No. I should never have believed in this blasted record of fates. To all of you watching from far, far away, the right of resurrection has never existed, not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward, one step at a time. Richter, EY's out. Do you want to question him? Hang on, Ariel. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him. That's the kidnapper? Yes, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me. She's always following me. Oh. sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed by this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah, and Boss is hiding something. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden at Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from EY. Whoops, sorry, I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. The hell are you planning? Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashime after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? Well, you know, more or less. Oh, you guys, that was good. That was a good ending. Everybody lives except for Yoko. But fuck that bitch. Exactly. It's like if Shogo would have touched the beckoning light from the get-go, we would have been fine. It could have been the quickest playthrough in the world. Wow, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. I adore this game. It's one of my favorites now. It's definitely up there in my list of favorite games. It was very mind-bending. It had a lot of good animation. It was dramatic, serious, funny. It was all of the things I love about a game. Very good. Very, very good game. Like 2 first, or if I should try some other stuff. Because I have a lot of good horror games to play for you guys. And you know how I love my horror. Never playing Outlast. Never. I don't need that in my life.